Mortal Kombat 12 roster do not need Cole Young. There, I said it. The recent Mortal Kombat film starred a new character, for those of you that don't know, by the name of Cole Young. And there's speculation that he may come to the games, but he probably shouldn't. Now, I've heard this all over the internet, I've heard this from my source, all types of things. We don't need Cole Young. With a new Mortal Kombat movie having just came out recently, and if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it. Some fans are speculating all over the internet, including Reddit, whether referencing it to be slipped into Mortal Kombat 12. The game rumored to be coming from NetherRealm Studios, the most likely candidate for addition would be Cole Young, the film's lead. But it's not likely he'd get a warm reception, and he seems like a poor fit for Mortal Kombat game world in my opinion. I think he would get a very bad reception in Mortal Kombat 12. It will have to take him having an extremely good moveset in order for him to be in the game. But if they do give him a good moveset, they're gonna trash NRS for making all the other characters low tier and making him a top tier OP character. But listen. Cole Young is a character created for the most recent Mortal Kombat film only, so don't get it twisted. He's not a part of the video game world, and he doesn't have an in-game analog at all. Now, according to multiple reports, the game developers' wish to include him in the game is a bit misleading, and that NetherRealm has neither confirmed nor even publicly hinted at adding Cole Young to the next game on an official level. The film's actors would like to see Cole or movie-based skins in Mortal Kombat game, but there is no official word that the game creators are interested in adding Cole Young to the roster. So those of you that have the same concerns that I have, I just wanted to bring that to your attention to let you know on an official level, there's been no talk or chatter between official channels to have Cole Young in the game, at least not publicly. Simple as that. But assuming that the report does bear some resemblance to the truth, then it means there's a strong chance Cole Young could be a combatant in the rumored future Mortal Kombat 12 game. And he doesn't belong there, he just don't. As there are several other characters who would be preferably accepted. We all can agree on that. We all can agree that Cole Young doesn't belong in Mortal Kombat 12's game world, regardless. Now, should we get him as a skin? I'll take him as a skin. Put him as a skin for Scorpion. We'll take him then. Cole Young is the lead character of Mortal Kombat 2021. For those of you that don't know, you should know that by now, especially if you're watching this video. He's a descendant of Hanzo Hasashi. If you don't know that, now you know. The ninja who would later be resurrected as the vengeful spirit Scorpion and has been marked to represent Earthrealm in the upcoming MK tournament. The rest of the movie is about him finding his arcana, for those of you that don't know, a film-only concept that basically means superpower, and holding his own in fights against several villains. I'm talking about Goro and Sub-Zero. He's flanked by and still screen time from familiar game characters like Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Sonya Blade, Kano, and Raiden. Like, they really just did the most with this character. Now, from a business perspective, I understand why they did it, because Cole Young is basically the audience. He's experiencing this for the first time, so the audience is being introduced to the MK world through the eyes of Cole Young, so we can see how Liu Kang, Scorpion, and everybody else live. And he doesn't have a background, so they can create a background for him and create a future without having limitations on what they can and cannot do with him. So I understand that on the business level, but as a fan, I don't care, and it's annoying as hell. But hey, what works for the film won't necessarily translate to the games. First of all, the character doesn't have a reason to be in the game tournament anyway. In the film, the only people of Earthrealm who could compete in the MK tournament were those bearing a dragon birthmark, which Cole had. Now, the only reason the other characters bothered with Cole was that, you know, he had to participate and couldn't back out no matter how much he wanted to. But in the games, the tournament seems to allow any combatants whom Thunderguard Raiden seems acceptable. Whoever Raiden deems acceptable, that's who got in. Now, assuming there's no drastic change to the tournament rules, there's no reason for anyone to bag Cole to be there if he doesn't want to be. Now, second of all, lacking motivation. Cole has no distinguishing features compared with the other characters in the game, while the movie gives Cole's family a backstory a lot of attention. He would most likely not get such preferential treatment in the game. Without it, he's just some jobbing MMA fighter who happens to be related to Scorpion, and that's not very interesting to me and a lot of other people, especially when one can actually play Scorpion, who's not likely to be removed from the roster as long as Ed Boon draws breath. He's not letting Scorpion go without being on that roster. He tried that once, never tried it again. But listen, there's not much call in the community for a Cole Young addition to the Mortal Kombat games, I can promise you that. But for every character who made it into the roster of Mortal Kombat 11, there is at least one that didn't make the cut who fans miss very much. Notable omissions from the roster include my boy Reptile, my boy Smoke, my boy Cyrax, my boy Sector, my boy Eric, Jin, and Takeda. And those are just some of the most asked for characters. Cole's signature weapon from the movie, a tonfa, is similar to the Kobujitsu carried by fan favorite character Tanya. That was carried by Tanya, so he got Tanya's weapon. And while they aren't the same weapon, their similarities would make it doubtful that both would be included in a future game, and the fans seem clear about which Mortal Kombat character they would prefer, and it would be Tanya every single time. That just is what it is. So I'm going to pass this question off to you guys in the comment section below. Would you like to see Cole Young in Mortal Kombat 12? Sound off and let me know, and I'll respond to your comment.